The Cheating Death Podcast is a comedy podcast and a random podcast containing information, subject matter, language, and course material that may not be suitable for all listeners. Viewer discretion is advised. If you have any questions or comments, email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. On today's episode of the Cheating Death Podcast, we dive into the 1946 mission entitled Operation High Jump, the single most controversial and misunderstood mission of the 1940s, attached by the United States Navy. We're also going to give you an all-new Annihilation announcement and a joke of the episode, so grab yourself a coffee, put up your feet and grab a blanket, and let us tell you how you can cheat death. This is your news anchor, the Cleric of Chaos, and this is your Annihilation Announcement. Back in the 1940s and 1950s, news and media were a lot more easily controlled. Information was only revealed to those in whom were in the need to know said information. Security clearances actually meant something, and it was almost impossible to obtain the information that one needed to perform espionage-related acts. Given the nature of the controversy of Operation High Jump in 1946 through 1947 and the amount of conjecture that is about it, it is understood that there is too much of this particular profile and this mission for people to believe one way or the other. But regardless of what you believe and or the value of the contents within, you have the right to explore as you see fit. The human mind is a treasure and a labyrinth. This has been your news anchor, the Cleric of Chaos, and this is your Annihilation Announcement. Willkommen, meine Freunde. Guten Morgen, guten Tag, eine gute Nacht. Ist dein Reisender, deine Ausländer, deine Allesfresser, deine Cleric of Chaos. In the 1940s, there were a litany of covert missions completed and funded by the United States military, most specifically the United States Naval Force and the United States Air Force. This is, of course, not taking into account or consideration the Central Intelligence Agency and its eventual formation in the 1950s with assistance with Dwight D. Eisenhower. No, we are going back to 1946 today, ladies and gentlemen. Operation High Jump. Sir Admiral Richard Byrd was to lead a mission to the Antarctic to establish Little America 4, which was to have been established on the Antarctic archipelago of Ross Island. It was during this time that there were a litany of logs, diaries, journal entries, and information from Admiral Byrd that made it back to the mainland that quite literally seemed unbelievable to even the highest government authority, to the highest levels of security clearance. It seemed too disproportionate to the current state of reality for any of the facts that Richard Byrd was describing for it to be happening. He described, as he flew into the Antarctic, describing a hollow earth and a new world filled with lush foliage, greenery, being able to see as far as the eye can tell, and that he was taken into an area to where he was advised of humanity's future. The destruction, the chaos, the pure calamity. No, dear listener, the reason why humanity had still survived up until this point was because of these noble Antarctic hollow earth people. According to Richard Byrd's diary, it was described that these people were responsible for the Earth still being capable of holding life to this day. Every time a missile is launched and intercepted, it was these people ensuring that the Earth is safe for another day. For, according to Richard Byrd's logs and his diaries and memos, further declassified by the United States government and the Central Intelligence Agency throughout the 1970s and 1980s, all the way up into today, modern time, 2025, it was highly speculative that the information that he was providing was not only erroneous, but also an attempt at a quick cash grab. After subsequent examination and very stringent, detailed, diligent, and very strict testing and analysis, it was determined that Richard Berg was indeed telling the truth. Whether or not the truth was what he actually saw, or whether it was a result of altitude sickness, oxygen deprivation, mild hallucinatory effects, or whether or not he just had a dream and his pilot, co-pilot, and personnel were responsible for ensuring that he did not wake up. Rest is very rare when you're going on expeditions, especially in the 1940s. No one's going to blame a guy if he wants to get some shut-eye. However, there's a lot of speculation about Operation High Jump to this day. While there is still a lot of documents online on various internet archives as well as US government-established websites, there is still a certain level of indeterminate information. Still a level of uncertainty when applying the situation and applying the mission to current day records. Who was it exactly that these people were? Why is it exactly that we were not able to speak to them ourselves from this particular vantage point? Is it Joseph Smith and the crazy hat all over again? Is it the Book of Mormon? Who knows? The way we know and the way we move forward is by learning and trying to figure out exactly where information comes from and trying to understand where the money is, what the agenda behind the mission or the purpose or the explanation is. And in this particular dynamic, the reason for this mission was so the United States could establish yet another territory on the Antarctic archipelago. Little America 4 was supposed to have been placed on Ross Island. Between 1946 and 1947, Operation High Jump did not yield any significant government dividends, nor did it actually provide any substantial information that would have been able to be put to legitimate and tangible use. Operation High Jump still remains one of the most controversial government campaigns to this day. What is your opinion on Operation High Jump? Feel free to email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. At the top of the program, we promised you a top 5 list, so without further ado, our top 5 current favorite Monster energy drinks. Coming in at number 5, we have the Monster Ultra Red. Coming in at number 4, we have the Monster Ultra White. Coming in at number 3, we have the ever so beautiful Blueberry Monster. Coming in at number 2, we have the quintessential classic, the one, the only, Monster Sugar-Free Green. And coming in at number 1, we have the regular green Monster. What is your favorite top 5 Monster energy drinks? Email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. Today's joke has been brought to you by the Cleric of Chaos. A pilot had decided that he had enough flying for the day, and when asked by the flight attendant where he was going, he said, "I need a rest. I'm just plain tired." Whether or not you believe in the legitimacy or the reporting regarding Operation High Jump, note this, dear listener. It is astounding to note that there is a level of information out there that could be construed as being accurate. A man, a crew, attempting to fly to Antarctica to establish a base of the 4th kind for the United States of America, only to be led down the proverbial and potentially physical rabbit hole of sheer chaos. What is your opinion on Operation High Jump? Feel free to email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. The Cheating Death Podcast has been brought to you by Nach dem Leben CRDVC, Chaos Run Records, and CR Deutschland. We are available on all major podcasting platforms. If you'd like to support the program, you may do so at the episode or links in the episode's description. And if you'd like to follow our friends, consultants, and personnel of the program, you may also do so at the links in the description below. If you or anyone you know is experiencing psychiatric duress, please have them call 1-800-273-8255 or 988 from their mobile phone in the United States or Canada. If anyone you know is experiencing any domestic violence, please call 1-800-799-7233. And if anyone you know is looking to adopt a playful puppy or a cute kitten, please visit your local animal adoption rescue center. Remember, the holidays are soon marching upon us. Life is arduous, but we owe it to ourselves to give it our best shot. Remember, we're pulling for you. We're all in this together.